Oh, excuse me. At this recording, it's kind of like late because like after I'm done with this, I'm going to bed, and y'all probably won't get this like maybe sometime like maybe 9 or 10 in the morning or something like that. So but just watch out for this episode. But anyways, WFSO Bucks talk. Um, it seems like they were putting a effort, especially like in the like second and third quarter. At least it seemed like they was putting some effort, but a little bit of the fourth they were, but it's as you saw, it wasn't enough, and the problem was like nobody couldn't defend the three. So you letting like Philly like hit like a whole bunch of threes and stuff, and it's not gonna get you anywhere. And I know some people are just saying, what, just call it a season and it's over. There could be other teams that probably benefit from oh excuse me a loss like this, then they can actually come back from it and at least be in the play in or in playoffs or something like that. Because it's still a little time. It just depends like if John Horst or the owner is going to pull the trigger on if they want to make a move or not. I understand, fans want to say just tank, but the only reason I hate that word because it's like if the team was called like tanking, they normally will get like fine or something like that or lose a draft pick. And I don't think right now the Bucks is in that frame of mind, to go to that route, which people happen. So we understand, team's not good, and like I said, but it could be worse. We could be like in Giannis' rookie season when they had a franchise load of wins, and I think it was 15. Yeah, it was 15 wins that they had in that Giannis rookie season. So yeah, it was bad. I actually did went to some of the games, and yeah, it was just that bad. Not great. But if it's like doing like, well, not saying that they purposely losing games because they're not. Just say, if this things happen, then why not just hope for the best and maybe end up getting the a good draft pick because oh excuse me, the Warriors look like they could be like getting the top three pick, and if the case maybe the Bucks end up getting a top 10 pick. So it's one of those things like you never know, and plus the NBA draft has just been so weird the past 5-6 years, and it's just no matter of fact I would say like maybe the past I would say 15 years, maybe even longer than that. It could be 20 years, but yeah, it's 15-20 years, yeah, just about 15 years. Yeah, it just been weird ever since, just put it that way. Yeah, they try, and I'm glad Miles Turner had like a good season high, and I guess they trying to figure out who would be their big three, like until Kevin Porter Jr. and Giannis come back. So like I said in yesterday's video, possibly Kevin Porter Jr. may come back next week. You never know. So at least hopefully they can do something. But yeah, 122, 139. Not the greatest, but let's go to team stats. But we also will look at the quarter stats at the same time. So again, till first quarter, that's the highest that Philly has scored, 42, and yeah, that's the highest the Bucks has scored too, 34. Second quarter, 28 for the Bucks and 29, which is the lowest that Philly has scored. Third quarter, you got the Bucks 33 to Philadelphia's 35. Then you got the fourth quarter, the lowest quarter that the Bucks have scored, 27 to Philadelphia's 33. So while we're on it, let's look at team status. Field goal wise, didn't look that bad. 44 to 86 for the Bucks. Sixers, oh wow, they attempted a lot. 53 to 101. Bucks were 51% from the field, and Sixers 52% from the field. So the shooting ain't the problem. It seems like it. 3-point percentage. I wouldn't say it would be that big of a deal. But if you have a team that's shooting better than you, then yeah, that's the problem. 15 to 34 from the Bucks, 22 to 42 from the Sixers, 44% from three. Normally, that's a decent average. But you have a team, like I said, shooting better than you, then something's wrong. While y'all can't defend the three with Sixers 52%. Free throw wise, thinking that the Bucks would have been a little bit better than that. 19 to 27 was 70% from the free throw line. 11 to 15 was 73% from the free throw line by the Sixers. Of course, Sixers did out rebound the Bucks, 38 to 46. Offensive rebounds, like I said, another problem. Only 8 offensive rebounds. Well, then again, normally they'll have less than that, but I guess I'm expecting a little bit better. Especially you have Sixers with a better offensive rebounding with 15. So, the defensive rebound should be coming to play. So, 30 for the Bucks, 31 for the Sixers. Assist is, the assist is right on the mark where I expected them to be, 29. But like I said, Sixers did better with 35. Steals, then again, you're kind of missing, Kevin Porter Jr. and Giannis to a point. Probably the only person that was doing steals was Ryan Rollins. But we'll see the numbers in a bit. And 7 steals for the Sixers. Oh, excuse me. Close to a block party. 4 blocks. And I think Miles Turner maybe had 2 of them. And 76ers with 5. Kind of okay with the turnovers with 12. But Sixers only had 7. So, yeah, that's bad. 17 points off turnover for the Bucks and 6 points off of turnovers by the Sixers. Everything looked like it was going right, but including, Bucks was doing better in points in the paint with 52 to 44. But it's what happened? 3-point percentage. They're not guarding 3. That's the main problem. And plus, with the largest lead for the Sixers, they was leading by 22. The Bucks never had the lead. Okay, so let's get back to player status. Excuse me. See how this goes. Sorry. So we're gonna start with the Bucks first. So Bobby Portis was in the starting lineup. 17 points, 8 of 16 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3, so his 3-point shooting wasn't going well. 1 to 3 from the free throw, 12 rebounds, 8 assists. Wow. A near triple-double. That's something nice. Only the 2 turnovers, so, him committing 2 is really not that bad. If he was doing 3 or more, then yeah. 1 steal with 4 offensive rebounds. So, yeah. So, double-double for him. Kyle Kuzma, not too bad either. 17 points, 6 to 12 from the field. 2 of 4 from 3, 3 of 4 from the free throw. 8 rebounds, 8 assists. Only 2 turnovers and had 2 steals. So, I don't know. Kuzma's getting somewhere. But then again, I think towards somewhere around the 4th quarter, I believe, he got hurt. I don't know how serious it is. So, maybe we'll hear something about it. Who knows? And yes, Miles Turner, the man of the hour. I don't think he had the game high, but I think he had the team high of 31 points, and that's a season high for him. 10 to 16 from the field, 4 to 8 from 3, 7 to 8 from the free throw. Rebounding, yeah, like I said, his rebounding got to be a little bit better. Only four. Three assists, only two turnovers, one steal, and yeah, two blocks with that one offensive rebound. AJ Green, not too bad. Like I said, they just need to really set him up more for getting his shots in. So 8 points, 3 of 6 from the field, 2 of 4 from three, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and Ryan Rollins, like I said, future stud, 24 points, 9 of 17 from the field, 2 of 4 from three, 4 of 5 from the free throw. Not bad with rebounds with 8. Like assists has got to be up a little bit more. He only had 4, but he also had 2 blocks and didn't have any turnovers. So, and with those 8 rebounds, he had 3 offensive rebounds. So hey, that's saying something. Surprised they ain't paid Pete Nance enough. And Jericho Sims, and I know some of y'all was clowning them on today's game and stuff like that. But what can you do if you can't even get an opportunity to play, certain minutes and get like used to, playing? Like, I think he only played like what is like 3 times over the past 2 weeks. If you ain't getting enough playing time, you ain't gonna get used to what's going on. So blame Doc Rivers on that one. Gary Trent Jr. Yeah, he did pretty decent. Probably thought they would keep him in there longer. 13 points, 4 of 9 from the field, 4 of 9 from three, 1 of 3 from the free throw. Who had the highest plus minus? I think it was yeah, it was only AJ Green with -1. He was the highest plus minus on the team. And Cole Anthony, of course, and Doc's finally playing them. Maybe they could have played them a little bit more. 10 points, 3 of 8 from the field, 1 of 2 from three, 3 of 4 from the free throw, 1 rebound, 1 assist, but they had like 2 turnovers. And that's it for that. And okay, now that explains it. Paul George got the game high of 32 points, 11 of 21 from the field, 9 of 15 from three, 1 of 2 from the free throw, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, the whole shebang. Joel Embiid, 29 points, 11 of 24 from the field, 1 of 4 from three. Excuse me, a perfect 6 of 6 from the free throw. Near had a double double with 9 rebounds, 5 assists, not too bad for a big man. 1 steal, and he had 6 offensive rebounds. See who was getting all the offensive rebounds. But anyways, I guess I could mention Kerry Oubre Jr. 7 points, 3 of 6 from the field, 0 of 2 from three, 1 of 2 from the free throw, 4 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block. Tyrese Maxey, 22 points, 9 of 19 from the field, 2 of 8 from three. So yeah, not a good 3-point shooting night for him. 2 of 2 from the free throw, 3 rebounds, 9 assists. So near double double for him. 1 offensive rebound. The rookie VJ Edgecorn, 12 points, 4 of 7 from the field, 3 of 3 from three, 1 of 2 from the field, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, with the 2 offensive rebounds from the 8 rebounds he had. So near triple double. And sadly, God, they ain't played none of those guys. Oh wow. Okay. So only person we can talk about from the bench is Jared McCain, with the bench high on the team, 17 points, 6 of 8 from the field, 5 of 6 from three, 1 rebound, 3 assists, and that's the whole shebang. So okay, final score, like I said, 139 to 122. Most likely, Philly is going to win the season series. So no matter what happens on April 12th, when the next time they play each other, Philly is still going to win the season series. Like I said, first game, it was in overtime, 114-123. That was in wait a minute. Okay, the first 2 games were in here in Milwaukee. Okay. So the game. So the April 12th game will be in Philly. Okay, I think that's their last game of the season, I believe. So yeah, makes sense. Um, then game two back in Milwaukee, early December. 101 to 116 Philly. So yeah, it's been crazy. They got the Washington Wizards Thursday. Well, I might as well say tomorrow, since this is a Wednesday. So yeah, Thursday. Yep, they got the Wizards. So should be interesting. I think that's the final time they face the Wizards this season too, because I think it's 2-1 with the Wizards, and I think Wizards won two times and Bucks won one, and that was the first game of the season. Or it could be 2-1. I'm not sure, but I think the Wizards had was up there with them in the season series. So yeah, let's see. Should I look at some? I guess we can look at standings. We're not going to look at stats tonight, but we're going to look at, well, today I should say. We're not going to look at stats today, but we're going to look at the standings. See where the Bucks at. Past video, like I said, I was talking about Bojo Jub Markovic, and like I said, playing defense pretty decent where he's at in the AB. I think it's ABA. So still pretty decent. Yeah, it's still kind of close between the second seed and the mother say, oh yeah, we jumped back down to the 11th seed. So Charlotte right now looking like the outside looking in, and it's just crazy. Excuse me. Detroit, of course, best record in the East. Boston, then you got New York, Toronto, Cleveland, of course, Philadelphia. Of course, they won tonight. Then you got Miami, Orlando, Chicago, and Atlanta in the play-in. But Atlanta can drop. Okay, so in the ways the Bucks are kind of tied with Charlotte, but like they got less losses, but Charlotte got more wins. So how the crazy web we weave. Then you got Brooklyn, Wizards, but you got the Pacers. That's I think they the Oh yeah, right now they're the worst team in the NBA. So let's go to the West. Oh wow, the Thunder got like a up to the double digit loss now. So that's saying something. Of course, Thunder still very close to from Detroit and Thunder. So Thunder still got the best record in NBA. Spurs, of course, doing good. Denver, Houston. Oh, Houston, yeah, back up there. Lakers, Suns. Oh wow, that's a big old drop for Timberwolves. So they got 7th. Warriors in 8th. Portland lost their last 3. So yeah, they probably would have had like a winning record, but things can change. Clippers got the 10th seed, so that's good. But it's still time, for these teams to like be in the play-in tournament. Like you got let's see, all the Suns and Timberwolves are tied, so it's like from Houston all the way down to maybe Memphis. I wouldn't say Jazz. They could be, because things can change between now and the end of the season. Because a week or two, they got the couple of weeks, they got the All-Star game, and next, might as well say not today, but next a week from today will be the trade deadline. So I guess we'll see if some teams end up doing something we don't know. But Pelicans, worst record in the West, and Kings, right there with them. So yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. When we get there, we will start doing giveaways. So please help us get there. Check out the website, wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com. Thank our sponsors and the people we are sponsoring. All the information is on our website on the sponsor page, like Midwest Wrestling Collectibles, Great Scott Sports Cards. They're our sponsors. And we also are sponsoring Slam and Championship Wrestling. They got a show on the 21st. And also Maddie's Mary. Check out maddiesmary.org. If you want to help the cause, help people like deal with their pregnancy and infant loss, you want to make a donation, go ahead and do it there. But anyways, guys, man up, woman up, face up. Check your mental health. Until the next video, you guys have a good one. See you later.